We start our best of series off with the judge, Lester Hayes, a throwback, taking it back to 2021. That's by request on today's edition of the Locked On Raiders podcast for Thursday, June 25th, 2026.
You are Locked On Raiders, your daily Las Vegas Raiders podcast, part of the Locked On Podcast Network, your team every day.
And welcome in, Raider Nation, to another edition of the Locked On Raiders podcast, part of the Locked On Podcast Network, your number one sports podcast network. Of course, we're very proud of that. We're also very proud of the fact that this show continues to grow each and every day, and that's because of your consistent support and the great job that my man Ari does behind the scenes, making sure we look good and sound good each and every day. That's why we shout him out. We appreciate him. Without Ari, there is no YouTube page, and that YouTube page has been incredible for the growth of this show. So we definitely do appreciate that. Today does begin our best of series. So you're going to get some of the really good interviews over the past year or so, some good sound bites from over the past year or so, and even a couple throwbacks as we have on today's show. So very excited about what we're doing for the next week or so. As I take my vacation, the one vacation I take each and every year, get a little bit of R&R, recharge the batteries a little bit, and be ready to go. So today's segment 1, 2, and 3. Lester Hayes, the judge, got a chance to catch up with him in 2021 when I first arrived here in Las Vegas. And it was, let's just say this, one of the more entertaining interviews that I've done over my career. Really fun to talk to the judge anytime I get a chance to catch up with him. Great guy, obviously an all-time great with the silver and black, and a guy that, no doubt about it, should be in the Pro Football Hall of Fame. Hopefully that happens sooner rather than later. Before we get into part one of that interview, though, I do want to definitely shout out our title sponsor of the show, which is Odoo. Great organizations win because operations matter, and that's why you should get Odoo. Try it for free today at odoo.com/lockedon. That's odoo.com/lockedon, odoo.com/lockedon. So let's go ahead and jump right into it. There's nothing else to be said. Lester Hayes, segment 1 through 3, interview going back to 2021. We like to call that a throwback on this Throwback Thursday here on the first day officially of vacation. Here's part 1 of my conversation with the judge, Lester Hayes. As promised, now on the phone line is the judge, Lester Hayes, joining us now. And Judge, we definitely appreciate your time this afternoon. My guy Jess, he met you a week and a half ago, or maybe a couple weeks ago, at one of your signings here in town, and he's a big Lester Hayes fan. Was rocking the 37 jersey.
Right on.
Yeah, he said he got a couple minutes to talk with you, and he said, Q, you got to get him on the show. So we went out of our way to make sure we try to get you on the show. So when you were at that signing and so many people signed up to come and get your autograph, young and old Raider fans, what were your thoughts? How did that make you feel?
Q, geez, I love our silver and black fans. Geez, it's based on love. And I look back, Q, and my team kept on winning. It was a successful team. Oh, but Q, geez, the most important factor, Jesus, we got coached up, and I believe in the Las Vegas Raiders. Coach Gruden is a genius. People speak and they say things, but geez, Q, this is fiction. Coach Gruden's a genius. Keep Derek Carr clean. They will be 12-5 in 2021.
Nice.
Trust me on that.
I trust you, and I believe you, Judge. I love what I'm hearing right now. And you won a Super Bowl in Oakland. You won a Super Bowl in Los Angeles. What would it mean to the organization to win a Super Bowl here in Vegas as well?
Q, geez, it's based upon technique. Daily, of course. Train your brain on your technique. Oh, I saw something, Q, on Sunday. Q, it gave me a flashback. The defense, geez, is legally kicking men's asses. Woo! That's how you play defense, Q.
That's
the
right.
Front seven. That's our key to success. You stop the run. Oh, but Q, from a 4-man pass rush. Q, it gave me a chill because I flashed back on Townsend and Howie and Alzado and Hendricks and Martin. I had sack savages. They got some men now that make it rain on a hot Vegas Day. The skies are clear, Q.
They are.
And the Sack Savages make it rain. Q, on Sunday, Q, I'm sitting here. I'm so happy. I'm about to cry. Tears of love. I love my Sack men. And I love our backers because in the safety, the corners, Q, this is great technique.
Right.
You are taught this. Of course, it's a daily mental preparation. Of course, they are being coached up properly. That's the key.
Coaching up properly. And, you were part of a really good secondary. And when you joined the league, you were part of the Soul Patrol. You joined the Soul Patrol, and those guys were outstanding. What kind of mentality does you have to be an outstanding defensive back?
Q, of course, it's a daily mental focus. This is not a physical game, Q. You must train your brain on your technique. Daily, same thing. It's patience. It's how you turn. Stay low. Stop, step, burst. Daily, train your brain. Split club, turn your hips, stay low. You must train, Q. You start training on the 1st of March, and you train, Q. Now, this is a secret from Judge Hayes. You cannot be a champion if you train only 5 days a week.
Mm-hmm.
Q.
Yep.
Boy, you got to out-train them. You train 7 days a week. That's why, Q, of course, our team kept winning, Q, because of our training. You got to put in the work and the time and the perseverance and the patience to train your body and train your brain.
And your coach, Tom Flores, he was inducted into the Hall of Fame this past year. What were your thoughts when Coach Flores finally got his spot in Canton, Ohio?
Boy, you know what, Q? Geez, I was there in 1970, 79, and sports writers and sportscasters are speaking. Oh, they won't be successful. But Coach Tom Flores, Q, the genius. This man's playbook is not skinny. You got to have a strong playbook. Oh, but there's a secret here, Q. Can you block it? You could have, a strong playbook, but can you block it? Now, I'm going to spin on you, Q. I'm going to spin it to Coach Gruden.
Okay.
He can block his playbook now. His book is strong. It's thick. Of course, it's not basic. It's not skinny. And it's not boring. He has the strong playbook. But it's a focus on your front five. Your linemen are blocking beasts. You got to be a beast. You just can't block a man. You got to actually legally whip his ass, pancake him, get inside of his skull, live inside of a man's skull, take his confidence from him. That's how we play football, Q. We lived inside of a man's skull. Get inside of a man's heart. Take his heart. Take his confidence. You got to legally whip his ass with great technique. But I see us now, Q. Woo! Boy, it makes me happy, Q.
Yes, sir.
To actually see our linemen. Woo, Q, I see him giving Derek time. Q, touchdown city. You give Derek time in Chucky's book. He can use his whole book now. Q, that's touchdown city.
So there was part one of the conversation with Lester Hayes, the judge, going back to 2021. Again, right when I first arrived here in Las Vegas, I had an opportunity to catch up with some all-time Raider greats, and Lester Hayes was definitely one of them. Part two of the conversation, as it's very entertaining. Trust and believe that you'll be fired up, probably ready to go out there, put a helmet on, and go through some drills yourself when you finish hearing what Lester has to say. So part two of that conversation comes up in segment number 2 of today's Locked On Raiders podcast. Before we get to that, though, do want to remind you about one of the great sponsors we have here on the show, and that is Square, the business platform helping sellers become neighborhood favorites. Whether you're preparing for a busy season or managing everyday demand, Square helps keep your business moving with everything from payments to online orders to inventory, staff management, and more. It's all in one place. So business owners can spend less time managing tools and more time focusing on their customers. Square helps simplify the everyday work behind running a business while giving owners the tools they need to keep growing. And it's something you notice when you're supporting the local businesses that you love. And matter of fact, when you go into a business that is using Square, you'll see how much more attention they'll give to you, to the customer. They won't have so much time running around trying to figure things out. It's all really, just easily maintained. And again, there will be a lot more attention to detail with the customers. So Square helps you run your business more smoothly, bringing payments, operations, and insights together in one place so you're ready for whatever's next. Right now, all listeners of the Locked On Raiders podcast can get up to $200 off Square hardware when you sign up at square.com/go/LockedOnNFL. That's square.com/go/LockedOnNFL. SQUARE.com/go/LockedOnNFL. Get started with Square and build a setup that works the way that you do. All right, Raider Nation, here we go. Segment number 2 of today's Locked On Raiders podcast. Want to jump right into part 2 of the conversation I had with Lester Hayes, the judge, going all the way back to 2021. Get you fired up. He's a fun guy, very entertaining. Let's put it like that. He's one of those guys, I say it all the time. All you got to do is ask a question, get out of the way, and let him do the heavy lifting. And clearly that's what I did in this interview. Before we get into part 2, I do want to remind you about the Everydayer Club for ad-free episodes and access to a group chat of all Locked On Raider podcast listeners. Tap the link in the show notes or go to lockedonraiders.supercast.com. Let's go ahead and jump into part 2 of the conversation I had back in 2021 with the great Lester Hayes.
Judge, I'll tell you, I got all kind of tweets and text messages coming through right now saying how much you're getting everyone fired up. Raider Nation is loving the conversation we're hearing from you right now and how fired you up are about the team. Were you surprised that they picked up Gus Bradley's defensive scheme so quickly?
And no, because the most important factor in football, and this is not spoken of, who is your technique teacher? Guess who taught me?
Who?
Number 24, Willie Brown.
Ooh, old man Willie.
Oh, I'm going to take you deep. Brother. In 1977, guys, at Texas A&M, guess what I played?
Tell us.
Linebacker.
I believe that.
I'm a linebacker. I'm a backer at Texas A&M. The first day of practice, is Coach Madden is telling me, son, well, I want you to play cornerback. Q. I started crying. 1977 at Santa Rosa training camp. Q, I'm 22. I'm a big baby. And here is a fantastic coach and Coach Madden. And I'm standing there, Coach, I don't want to play quarterback. I'm a safety at Texas A&M also. I'm shedding tears in front of Coach Madden like a big baby, crying. Coach, I don't want to play quarterback. But he sent me, the technician in Coach Brown. Sent me. Who taught me? Who taught me technique? It was number 24. Coached me up. I mean, every day after practice, we're doing practice. We practicing, we working on technique. Stay low, turn your hips, stop step bursts, patience in the bump, no false steps, working, brain your brain. That's what the work does. It stays in your medulla. Boy, now you know me. I'm a Texan. I started playing when I was 5 in 1960. I don't like it. I love football. But I'm going to tell you a secret, man. I'm going to tell you a Texas secret. I love basketball more because I was a state champion in basketball.
Nice.
I love basketball. I was state champion in basketball, and I played center. I'm only 6'2".
But you got skills. You got skills, Judge. You got skills.
Basketball. Man, I'm a Steph Curry fan. 'Cause I go to all the games.
Nice.
I'm a basketball freak.
I ain't mad at that. I'm not mad at that at all. That's a good thing. I love me some hoop game too, and so that's we got that in common, Judge. Now,
right on.
I love it. And this conversation, I love it as well. Let me ask you this, because the Raider Nation and the Raiders organization is such a big family, and you got the legendary the bricks right outside of Allegiant Stadium. Of course, Raiders always have the alumni come back and always are around the team. How many times have you talked to the team? Because I feel like you should give them a motivational speech every once in a while.
Oh, I did. I went there in 2019, and like it was Mike, Haynes, and I. And geez, like I told them what I tell you. Geez, it's the same thing. Of course, as focused on your technique, you got to put in. You got to put in time and a half. This ain't no straight time punching the clock.
Right.
You got to put in time and a half to become a champion. That's what I told them then. But Jesus, technique. You focus on your job, on your technique. You got to shine it like you're shining shoes. Geez, you got to shine it as if it's a Super Bowl trophy. You got to shine it daily. Shine your technique. But you don't use some spray shine that you purchased at Safeway. You shine it with sweat. That's how you shine your technique.
Yes.
That's what I told them.
Yes.
You got to shine it, son. You got to work. This ain't no gift. You got to work your gift. You got blessed, but you got to work it. You got to shine it, son. You got to show your love for football. And the only way that a man can show his love is put in the work.
Absolutely.
Don't call time out, and after the practice, you just go in and shower, and you're a ghost? No. Stay late. Put in the work on your feet, on your turn, on your strip club drill. Gee, focus on your burst. See it mentally. See it, but you shine your technique with sweat. That's how you become champion.
There you go. I know everyone is listening. Everyone's fired up. Judge, I'm telling you, this is such a fun conversation. Getting all these tweets and text messages right now about how you got guys running through walls that are just sitting at their house listening. You know, you got them running.
I'm an Aggie.
There you go.
I'm a linebacker.
There you
I'm
go.
a linebacker mentally. And, geez, and I love this game. But I love Coach Gruden. I love his team. And Q, I guarantee you that they're going to be 12-5 in 2021.
There it is.
Trust the judge.
I only got a couple more questions for you, and I do appreciate your time.
Bro.
I appreciate your time for sure. What kind of trash talk was going on at the line of scrimmage when you were lining up? You got down in that stance, and you were you had that intimidating look in someone's face, some wide receiver's face. What kind of trash talking was going down there in the line of scrimmage?
Q, back in our day, Q, I didn't understand what trash talking was. Because in our day, Q, I mean, it was a different time. Gee, it was a time of forearm shivers and thrust into a man's throat and thrust into a man's mouth and nose. Q, this was a time of defense. Brother, it's teeth on the field.
Right.
We played Pittsburgh, and I counted 1, 2, 3, 4 teeth. Teeth, not a chip tooth, but the whole tooth. I'm counting teeth on the ground. That's beautiful. That's defense. When you can knock out a man's teeth and there's no flag.
I love it.
No flag.
I love it. I love it.
Right on, Judge. Now you
We
keep talking.
played defense, Q, and the time was different. I wish it was that time in 2021. But Q, geez, it's a secret that is taking place. Touchdown. They want touchdowns. Oh, because female football fans don't want to see men with their teeth knocked out, the broken nose, and black eyes looking as if he's a raccoon. Female football fans don't want that. They want touchdowns. So you change the game. You want touchdowns now. And touchdowns suck.
Unless it's a pick six. Unless
Unless it's for the silver and black. If it's silver and black scoring, thank you, Jesus. But Q, I hate touchdowns. I'm old school.
So that was part 2 of the conversation with the great Lester Hayes, and trust and believe there's still a few minutes more. That's right. So it was one of those interviews that I kept wanting to wrap up, but at the same time, like I really didn't want to wrap up because it was so entertaining, not from me, but from him. So you'll hear the final few minutes of that conversation. You'll hear it coming up. Segment number 3 of today's Locked On Raiders podcast. Before we get to that, though, I do want to tell you about the title sponsor of the show, and that is Odoo. Running a business shouldn't feel like you're trying to connect a bunch of systems that were never designed to work together. One app for accounting, another for inventory, another for sales, and somehow none of them talk to each other. That's where Odoo comes in. Odoo is an all-in-one business management software that brings every part of your business together in one powerful platform. From sales and accounting to inventory and marketing, everything works in one place, helping your team move faster, stay organized, and focus on growing their businesses instead of managing software. The best organizations know that success isn't just about talent. It's about having everyone working together for the same goal. And that's true in sports, just like it is in business. So again, great organizations win because operations matter, right? That's why you should get Odoo. Try it for free today at odoo.com/lockedon. That's odoo.com/lockedon. odoo.com/lockedon. Do it today for free. odoo.com/lockedon. Here we go, Raider Nation. Segment number 3 of today's Locked On Raiders podcast. Want to get into part 3 of the conversation I had with Lester Hayes from 2021, a throwback interview here. And this was my request. We had this requested just a couple days ago before I went on vacation. So I wanted to make sure I can go back and find that one. I was also looking for the Tim Brown and Marcus Allen interview I did at the Raiders, their men's health and retreat that they had at the M Resort, and for some reason I couldn't find it. I'm going to keep looking, so at some point I do want to bring that back because it was a great one, but did find the Lester Hayes interview right away, so wanted to make sure I got that out the gate for the first day officially of vacation. We'll be back to regular shows, the live everyday shows starting on the 6th when I return officially back from vacation. So let's go ahead and jump into part 3 of the conversation. I do want to remind you and thank you so much for making this the first listen of the day. So now let's go ahead and get into it. Here's part 3 of my conversation with the great Lester Hayes.
Another guy that went into the Hall of Fame this past year. He rocked that number 24 as well as old man Willie did. Charles Woodson. What was your thoughts on C. Wood and his career with the Raiders? What were your thoughts on just how good he was at multiple positions?
Charles, I watched him at Michigan. I watched him. Geez, he had great technique. He had great feet. He had the gift. And he tackled well. That's the key that a lot of DBs don't tackle well. He actually boom, wrap, drive. He tackled well, Q. Plus, he had good feet. Plus, he had speed. He had the gift. But Q, he worked on his game.
Mm-hmm.
You just aren't satisfied with having a gift. So many men who have a gift, they chill. They don't put in the work. They don't put in the time. You got to put in the work. You got to put in the sweat. Like it showed you. It showed. I watched him play since his senior season at Michigan, and the boy had talent, skill, and he tackled. You got to tackle, but you got to love it. You got to go get him as if you are a heat-seeking missile. Go get his ass.
That's right. Go get him. Go get him. Just win, baby. You got to go do it all. Commitment to excellence, you got to have it, right? You got to have all of that.
Go.
That's right. We are talking, and we've had a great conversation with the judge, Lester Hayes, here on Raider Nation Radio 920. Before I let you go, I got to ask you this, because I'm so fired up about this interview. I got to ask you, in your own way, can you say, hey, this is the judge, Lester Hayes, and you're listening to Raider Nation Radio 920?
Of course, I got your back, my brother. Silver and black fans, you are listening to Raider Nation 920, the number one radio station in the country.
We'll take it. We'll take it. We love it. We love it. And that's the judge right there speaking.
I got your back. I love y'all. Guys, I'm telling you this. Guys, of course, keep the love flowing because it's psychological stimuli for the players. Guys, a cheer, it turns into a roar. Guys, its sound waves are traveling at Mach 2. Ping, ping, ping. You feel the love. And guys, keep the flow going. The noise, it psychs us up. It's psychological stimuli. Show our youngsters love. Show them love. Make them feel love because it makes us feel as if we are 10 feet tall.
Love it. I love it. I love it. Great stuff, Judge. Great stuff. I could talk to you for hours, and Raider Nation could listen to you for hours. We appreciate you. When are you going to be back in town? You coming back to town sometime soon?
Sunday. I am coming to see us win.
Nice.
But there's a cornerback on the Dolphins who is from my neighborhood.
Yep. Xavier Howard.
Man, I'm going to watch him, but geez, I guarantee you this, Xavier will be sad Sunday night, flying home. But geez, Xavier is from my sector of Houston.
Yep.
And so I'm going to watch him. I guarantee you this, he won't be successful Sunday. I wish him success, geez, in every other game. Oh, but not Sunday.
Right. Absolutely. X is a great player from Houston, though. X is a really good player. I followed his career when he was at Baylor, when he was obviously with Miami. He's a heck, and he creates turnovers, man. He is a dangerous weapon in himself. Just kind of everything you just described. That's who Xavier Howard is. But yeah, you don't want him to have that on Sunday.
Oh, I guarantee you this, guys. A touchdown genius. Like a touchdown genius, his coach, John Gruden. He can use his entire book now. Geez, it's based upon he can block his entire book now. He can block it. He can score. Guys, it will be success on Sunday in silver and black. I promise you.
There it was. Hopefully you enjoyed that entertaining conversation. I just laugh whenever I listen to it, even going through it while I was putting this together, thinking, man, he was so entertaining. I got to catch up with him sooner rather than later just to kind of get an update on how he sees this team. I know he's around the team quite a bit. Him and Mike Haynes are around all the time. So definitely would love to catch up with them again. Really at the same time, there was one interview I did at the Raider facility with both those guys It was on a Saturday. I remember I just left from going to get my haircut, and I showed up at the facility and got a chance to catch up with both those guys. And I mean, that was a great duo, right? Haynes and Hayes, right back there in the Raiders defensive backfield, and the fantastic guys. And Mike Haynes is in the Hall of Fame. Lester Hayes should be, no doubt about that. But hopefully that was entertaining for you as it was for me, being a part of it, and even thinking back to a few years ago, 2021, when I had an opportunity to catch up with Lester Hayes. So that's going to do it for today's edition of the Locked On Raiders podcast. The best of series will continue tomorrow. Matter of fact, Gary Kubiak, I had a really good interview with him on Raider Nation Radio 920 Unnecessary Roughness, just to kind of get to know the man behind Clint Kubiak, the Raiders head coach, right? Obviously, his father has got plenty of experience in the NFL, 4 Super Bowl rings as well. So had a really good conversation with him. You'll hear that conversation coming up on tomorrow's show. And then Brock Heward as well, who is in Seattle, does radio in Seattle. And I caught up with him at the Super Bowl to talk about Clint Kubiak as well. So you'll hear Gary Kubiak and Brock Heward coming up on tomorrow's show to close out the week. It'll be day 2 of the best of series here on the Locked On Raiders podcast. So until then, Raider Nation, take care of yourself, take care of your family, love on your family. Most importantly, as always, just win, baby.